Welcome to Carolina Women. We are here today at Bertie James. Super excited to talk to Michelle. We're going to talk to her in a little bit. But first, we want to go to see John Iannazzo at Liberty Wallcoverings and find out what's on trend with shades. Stay with us. We are back once again here at Liberty Wallcovering with our friend John Iannazzo. What we're going to do now for a few minutes is we're going to actually talk about some Hunter Douglas new products.
Yes.
Super excited about these. From a design point of view, these are
I think these are going to be
premier.
very big, very big. So the new product, it's called a architectural shade, which I'm not crazy about the name, but it is a roller shade with battens.
Okay.
So you get the clean lines of a roller shade and kind of a Roman shade, but you get the stack of a Roman shade.
Look at this. This is great. And I think the
I should
reason...
say stack of a roller shade, not a Roman shade.
Exactly. Well, I think what I really like about the name architectural is we're seeing more and more in these modern kind of contemporary designs, just simplicity within the windows. And I think especially for down here, this is going to be a huge hit.
Yes, with all the nice views we have, these will go up and stack out of the way, but when they're down, you'll have the nice texture of the fabric.
Okay.
So it's a nice look when it's down. It's not just a flat roller shade. It's not, you know, old-fashioned looking. It's very up to date. And again, if you look at these fabrics, there are some really nice woven materials.
Okay, so how do these mount? These illustrations?
They do mount more like a traditional roller shade. So you do have the cassette header, so the shade rolls up inside.
Okay, so what that really means for me as a designer and for you, if you have a great view, is it literally clears the window.
Clears the window, goes up into a header that's about 3 inches deep. And so if you have a 10-foot window, 3 inches is virtually nothing. It doesn't really take up any of your view. And you don't see the hardware and the brackets. It's a much cleaner look, and it's a consistent look when it's up.
So talk to me about the reasons that I would use a roller shade aside from aesthetics. What about keeping my heat in or my cold out?
Yes, these can work very well because you can do a semi-opaque one through different opacities.
Yes, opacities.
Opacities. So you could do a shade that you can see through, okay, and it's going to be maybe a little hard with the lighting on TV to see that. But you can see through them, but they will still shade the room some. So
actually, this is cool.
That one's a little bit less than this one.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this one. One of the things that's, look at this. Okay, so you can see shadow behind my hand. One of the things that's really interesting too, John, in looking through all of these is you can really see what's going to be trending for 23 and 24. Lots of sheen and shine.
Yes, we're seeing golds too. Less silver and grays and more golds and like the warmer tones. If you look at, we also have the woven textures, which are part of the same line in the Electra collection. These are more like woven wood shades, like the traditional like bamboo and the rattans.
Oh, let's see these.
But they're a little more refined, and they can come in a Roman shade.
Oh, look at these. Okay, so really tip number 2, lots and lots of grass cloth these days.
Yes.
We're seeing it absolutely everywhere.
Correct.
We all have it here
all
at
the natural
Liberty.
fibers and textures.
Yes, and you've got fantastic colors. But look at this. This actually mimics a grass cloth in sort of a gray-green. Look at these. These are really pretty. Yeah, and I'm basically a neutral girl on my windows, although John has converted me for the most part into being open to more of the color. I think it's a great look.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options, a lot of different looks we can do, and the woven textures come in both a roller shade and a Roman shade.
Okay,
so you can have, so a Roman shade folds up on itself, has the overlaps when it goes up, so it's a little bit softer, a little bit fuller looking. The roller shade is more of the flat look that rolls up.
Okay. Do you layer a lot? Are you seeing a lot of people doing layering when it comes to...
we do a lot of shades with the side panels. So you have your drapery panels on the sides. They're not movable, but we do like a 2-to-1, 2.5-to-1 fullness. So that way it looks like it would move, but it's more just to be soft and add some color with the shade underneath.
And that's actually what we're doing a lot of now. Before it was just simply the shade, which is so great for
But these
energy
all, of course,
efficiency.
can stand alone. You know, the headrails are covered in the same fabric, so again, it's not unfinished at the top.
And why that's so important is what that really looks like for us is it doesn't matter what your design motif or scheme is, there's a way to integrate these. And Hunter Douglas, with their safety features and their lifetime guarantee, he's taught me well.
They make a great product.
Right, they really do. So talk to me a little bit, if you will, about lifetime guarantees. How does all that work?
So people have asked me that question for a long time, is whose lifetime? Is it my lifetime? Is it your lifetime?
It's your lifetime? That would be a long time.
It's the lifetime of the shade.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a little confusing, but what that means is the better care you take of the shade. If you use it like you're supposed to, if you keep it clean, if you, raise and lower it like you're supposed to, not just pulling on it and yanking on it, it's going to last a long, long time. There are shades that we did in the 90s, motorized shades, that are still working today.
Correct.
It's been 30 years and the shades are still working.
I know, I try to get him to change mine. He's like, no, they're fine. I'm like, oh my God, they're so yesterday.
Now we can change them if you want to, but they all still work.
They do. I mean, they're fantastic.
If you use them like they're supposed to, then yeah.
One of these days, we were telling Maria that we did a really fun exercise in cleaning shades. We'll have to do that again because I think it really shows you how easy it is to keep these shades clean.
Yeah, they are very nice in that sense.
It is always a treat to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us here on Carolina Women.